Okay, Laura. So, also Laura never knows how these videos
Yeah,
are
I'm
going
like,
to start.
so I'm...
So, the
with
Super
ya.
Bowl happens in 2 weeks. Can you tell me what two teams are playing in the Super Bowl next week?
Is it the Rams and the Chargers?
Close. You got
Dang
one of them
it!
right. You got one of them right.
Was
Okay.
Rams one of them?
Yes.
What's
Name
the other
one player who plays for the Rams.
Oh, shoot. All I know is the Kurt Warner story. That's all I got.
Well, he's been
And
retired.
I know.
He's been retired for like 9 years. Name one player. Just throw a name
I
out
don't
there.
know.
Throw a name out there of a professional athlete.
Oh, shoot.
If you say
I-
Tim Tebow, so help me God.
I'm trying to think of someone on the Aaron Rodgers. I know him.
Okay, he's on the Packers. They're done too.
I know that.
Good. Why do you know him? Because of the discount double check?
I know him because I'm from Chicago. So.
Okay. But you're supposed to know who plays for Chicago, not Green Bay. Okay. Well, in that, we're going to continue forward.
It's right next to us.
My mind is really angry, and it's the Rams who you got right, and the Bengals.
The Bengals.
The Bengals.
I
Do
always
you know what a
hate that.
Bengal tiger is? Do you know
No,
where they're
I just think
located?
of Bengals the bracelet. That's like.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that's what your tattoo says.
No.
Okay, well, a couple of quick things for you right off the jump. We want to make you make sure you know that we're weather aware going into this week. If you don't know, there's potentially some snowstorms that are headed to Oklahoma, of course, on a Wednesday.
Yes.
And so what we wanted to provide you with is that we are going to work with our teams and just kind of watch, and we'll get with you as soon as we know anything. So just be paying attention to your group meets to hear from your team leads and coaches on kind of what the game plan is, but we're going to keep you really well informed, and we're aware of that. So we just want to make you aware of that from the jump. And also, the last 3 weeks we've been talking about why Post Huddle is such a great place to be. And one of the stories that we got to hear after Switch and Connect was a story of a girl who's been coming to Switch for a really long time, and she has a hard time paying attention for a number of reasons. And she expressed that in Post Huddle that she was having a hard time. And what ended up happening is her small group got some things to help them all collectively pay attention. But kind of it was for this one girl too at the same time. And after last week's message, she had pages and pages of notes. And it's one of the best small groups that had ever happened. And that's like a really big deal.
Yeah.
But I want you to take like a step back and let's peel the curtain just a little bit beyond that. Like, that took a collective effort of leaders and intentionality, but then think too how that must have made that student feel too, to feel seen and feel supported despite what was going on in her life, and for her to then have time for her to reflect on what God was speaking to her heart during last week's message. Man, we can never take for granted what we get to do here and what we get to be a part of, and that's what we get to provide. That's one story of like 30 stories from last week. The pickles in Nutella was a pretty gross
Oh yeah, that
thing.
was a big hit though.
It was a big
Yeah.
hit. So, man, I hope that you are looking forward to this week just as we're looking forward to this week. And I'm going to kick it to Laura.
Yeah, going into this week, just make sure that you guys are always checking the leader link that gets sent out by your team leads. Super important just for you to watch this video, but then also see all the resources that we have available for you guys week in, week out. And also, it's not only a resource available for you on a Wednesday night, but just how to lead in general outside of a Wednesday night too.
Right.
And so take advantage of that. And if you have ideas of things that we could add, please talk to us, because we always want to know how we can make it better.
Yeah.
And then also, with Switch Bowl coming up next Wednesday on February 9th, that is a huge outreach just to really encourage and inspire students to invite their friends. And I think one of the biggest ways that we can inspire them to do that is reminding them of how they got invited and how their life has been changed and impacted through that invite. It's so important to not think of an invite as a Switch card, but to think of a person.
Yeah.
And knowing that that's like one of the best gifts that they could ever give somebody. And it's really them, just by extending that invite, they're choosing to plant a seed, and then it's up to God of like what happens after that. And so so just get creative, have fun with your students. You know them personally, you know what makes them excited, and you know how to inspire them as well. So we just encourage you to really to really just be talking about inviting with them.
Yeah, and whoever invites the most people between this week and next week is
forgot to
getting
mention
a pizza delivered from Chicago, which is a really cool, big deal. And then if you ever are at Switch, and no matter what team you're on, if you ever see a student walking around with a black tote bag that has a Switch S on it, that means they're a brand new student. And we just want to make sure we go out of our way to overextend our excitement to welcome them to our Switch family. And so we're really looking forward to this week. We're looking forward to all that's going to happen this week and next week. Is going to be kind of a madhouse, Laura. Like, I'm pretty looking forward to the games that we're playing this week. And then next week is Switch Bowl, but there's going to be so much intentionality wrapped into all the hype at the front end. Is all going to lead to very powerful things on the back end of the night. So we're really looking forward to the next 2 weeks and can't wait to see you guys this week, 6 o'clock. Wear your Switch shirt. Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Peace.